Hello friends, today I'll be discussing about creating an application using Angular JS, that is Angular JavaScript framework, which uses a lot of features already there in advanced JavaScript as well as TypeScript. So this is our workspace, eDrive workspace Angular projects, Angular Tool products. And if we write a command like ngserve open here, and we'll be having the code of Angular project compiled, and then we can see the browser page with features which we'll be discussing in shortly. So in Angular, basically we have got a lot of components, services, uh, which we will be talking about, and some other features used in RxJX, that is like a JavaScript library used for getting data in streams of data. So here now our like code is browser application bundle generation is completed and compiled successfully, and it's processed runtime JS, main JS, all the files, and now we can see our application related to financial products management here. So this is our like dashboard and dashboard home page. So these are the four products, like top products, which we can show here. And we have got two tabs here, like product list in memory and product list JSON data. So product list in memory, it is basically using a Angular service named product in memory DB service, where we can have a constant array of data using HTTP client module, and so this data we are getting from a like a in memory database service, and we can also like generate a ID with the highest product. So basically all these products are having ID 11, 12, 13, 14, and if we want to add a new product, say we can write new product one. So we have a latest ID is 20, and if we add new product, so we new ID is created, ID 21 and new product 1, and similarly we can close it and then it is like removed. So whatever we are doing here is gets recorded here in the messages. So we can see like add products, clear messages, we can clear, and we are calling the product service and fetching the products and adding the products. These all data we can see, and similarly we can like clear the message uh, to like remove the message. So what's happening here is in the in a component file we are having like four types of files: CSS, HTML, spec, and TS file. TS file is the TypeScript file, and HTML file is the file which is specific to a particular component here, and the CSS also file will be like specific to only that particular component. So in our page, we are using multiple components, let's say dashboard component, and then search product components, where we can search a product list in memory, product list details component, which is using JSON data, as well as the like product list in memory component for displaying the data in for product list in memory DB service. We can also call Oracle SQL Server or some other databases also from our component to and get the data or update it in the like proper relational database or XML database. So in a component we are having like providers array, where we define all the services which we are using, uh, and so basically in Angular we have got directives, pipes, and services. Mainly pipes are used for like we are having like a vertical operator for like transforming the data from input to output. We can use pipe, whether you are using currency conversion or changing of format of any particular number. Uh, So that's how it will work. And Angular, this app is basically running on Node.js server. Node.js server would be like having their own internal npm packages, which would be like processing all the modules of Angular, and it's very similar to asynchronous input output operations of JavaScript, with like callbacks, async wait, promises, objects. So these are all like non-blocking operations. In a normal JavaScript, we will be like waiting for the response from the server, but instead of waiting for the response from the server, we can process the existing data or do like simultaneously tasks. It is somewhat similar to Ajax, where we use XML HTTP request object also for displaying a particular area or section. And here we are using also app routing module, which is like defined here in app routing module.ts file we are having. So this file is having all path and components, where we are having like a mapping between path and different components. The different components we are using here are dashboard, product search, product detail, uh, uh, which be like product search would be for searching the product, and product detail will be like displaying the product based on particular ID. And we can use for root method for registering the service. Uh, we have got component is basically used for rendering the information, uh, and component selector can be element, attribute, or client or class name. The spec ts file, which basically is there in all components, it is used for like test bed and for testing any particular component. And here we are using like two-way data binding for with the like in Angular brackets we can use two-way data binding for between HTML file and TypeScript file, and similarly from TypeScript file to HTML file. Uh, these are like various uh, features which we are using here. And also like in product this JSON data, we'll be having like a JSON file from where which will be having all the data of invoice name, username, and email. And from that JSON file, we will be like importing the JSON data and then displaying it. So in if we go here and if we can search a product, say term insurance or something, we can see we have got two products like term insurance and term insurance new. So we are in using search, we are having different methods like debounce time, distinct until change, switch map, which are methods using different operators in RxJX. So distinct until change is when we like start typing new word, so it will be taking the latest word, and till it's the same word, there won't be any processing. But as soon as it is new alphabet we are typing, then we are having like a new list of data displayed here. And using switch map operator is like similar to map operator of streams of data, and where we use in Java streams, and switch map will be like displaying a new observable uh, data. And so apart from this, uh, so basically when we use say in product list, we are having select a particular product, then we can see it's the product name and ID. This also is coming. So when we are using clicking on it and displaying all the messages here, we are having like calling the observable for like getting the stream of data, and the observable is using different operators. So basically, whenever we want to add in product or delete it, search it, we are using http.post, http.delete, http.put for updating of data, and http get for like searching the products. And observe, we can like observe a new value and use like this dot pipe, and then tap or tap and catch error for if there is any error in observable data where we can process. So it's used basically RxJS for event-based programs, and thus observer is an object with like different methods, next error or complete, next to like display next data, error if there is any error, and complete that if there is like processing is complete, then what next we'll be doing. And in like RxJS we are having off and from different methods which will be returning observable instance, so like a stream of values which will be having for next processing. And all the configuration which we are using for this app is will be in like angular.json and package.json file we are having. In that angular.json we define all the configuration, like data, or how it will be built, where will be the output path, where will be ts config, all these files, and where are all the different json files are located. uh, so this information will be there. And and for if we want to generate any component or generate a service, then we can use ng generate component or ng generate service to do it. And in component instance lifecycle we are having different methods like on init, ng on changes, ng after view, ng on destroy, so which we can call if we want to like initialize any particular data during component rendering, or if you want to call ng on changes method if you, any data of component gets changed, then we can display it. So we can also use like different TypeScript custom types, like any pick omit to like manipulate data and change the like the state of the data. And in Angular Forms, if we use Angular Forms, and if we like see here, so you can see here it's detail 13, like ID 13, and product name is mutual fund 1. So we are having this information coming out from observable methods using ID 13. And if we use like different forms, then we can have different states for like pristine, dirty, touched, untouched, valid, invalid, uh, depending on how we are using the form state. So touched is like for if we want to click, is the form, any form control is already clicked or focused, then it's like touched. Pristine is it is there is nothing done on it. Dirty with us like some data is already there in the form. And valid and invalid depending on any validation message we are processing. And here we can like use mathml also, like Pythagoras theorem or any mathematical equation. We can put the type code for mathematical equation using like mrow, mo, m sub, like superscript or subscript, like tags used in HTML5 to like do any calculation for like product sale or product like pricing. So these are like different features which we are using in app, and more will be added soon in it. So I think that's it from my side, friends. If there's any like comments or questions about it, please send me an mail on vigosignjob@gmail.com. And if there is any interesting Angular, JavaScript, or TypeScript opportunities in your knowledge with XML, JSON data, or with different relational or XML based databases, then also please let me know. Thank you very much.